Tonight, it's the Metro police officer who's under arrest, who's charged with 2 felonies and is getting kicked off the force.
The police chief called a news conference earlier today to show us what the body cameras on his officer captured.
Welcome back to We the People University. My name is Abaya Israel, former police officer and former sheriff deputy.
Open up! Police!
Welcome back. Hey guys, if you enjoy the content of We the People University, consider becoming a channel sponsor. Simply scroll down and click the join button. When you become a channel sponsor, your sponsorship icon will appear by every comment you make. For $1.99, you can support and sponsor the channel and receive tons of other perks. So here's a thank you in advance for everyone who will support the channel and become a sponsor today. Today we're taking a look at the Indianapolis Metropolitan Police Department. And I have to say kudos to the chief of this department, who took responsibility and held his officer accountable. Chief Taylor has officially charged former officer, the Sergeant Eric Huxley, with official misconduct, battery with moderate bodily injury, and they're both level 6 felonies. The chief has made it perfectly clear that the former sergeant has to come and turn himself in. If not, a warrant will be issued for his arrest. Let's take a look at this video. Embrace yourself. It's ugly.
Tonight, it's the Metro police officer who's under arrest, who's charged with 2 felonies and is getting kicked off the force.
The police chief called a news conference earlier today to show us what the body cameras on his officer captured.
You all well. Wait. We're not going to do this.
Now, there is more to show, but the chief said the video is difficult to watch.
Tonight, our Emily Longnecker picks up the story from here and what happened next, what sparked this scuffle, and how police now are handling it.
The video shows 3 officers arresting a man right here on Monument Circle last month. It turns out that man was homeless. Court records describe how he was yelling loudly here on the circle, leading to his arrest for disorderly conduct. What happened after officers got him on the ground, though, is the reason one of those officers is facing criminal charges and the possibility of being fired, while the other officers are facing an internal investigation and off the streets. 2 different angles of the same moment where IMPD says one of their own, Sergeant Eric Huxley, kicked a man in the face. That's Jermaine Vaughn on his back on the ground, handcuffed right before he's kicked.
We're not going to do this, right? Stop.
You're done. You're done. You're done.
I promised this community and I promised our officers that I would be transparent. That's in good times and bad times. This is a bad time, but I think the community deserves it.
IMPD Chief Randy Taylor said he learned of the incident last week and immediately began an internal investigation. Officer Huxley, now facing level 6 felony charges of official misconduct and battery, is suspended without pay. Chief Taylor has recommended to the IMPD Civilian Police Merit Board that Huxley be fired. The other 2 officers involved, Sergeant Christopher Kibbe and Officer Matthew Schwartz, whose body cameras provided the footage you saw, are off the streets and under an internal investigation. Additionally, Chief Taylor says all past use of force incidents involving the 3 officers will be reviewed, as well as any use of force cases that Sergeant Huxley reviewed as a supervisor.
But it's my commitment to this department and to this city that when these things come to my attention, I'm not going to allow that to exist on this department.
In use of force cases, IMPD officers are required to fill out a special report, which a supervisor reviews, along with any body camera footage. Court documents show when Officer Shores filled out his report, he mentions rolling Jermaine Vaughn onto his stomach and putting him in a wrist lock to get him to comply. Officer Shores never mentions the kick to Vaughn's face. Also, according to court records, in separate body camera footage from another officer who arrived at the scene to investigate the use of force, Sergeant Huxley can be heard saying, quote, "I accidentally kicked him in his face."
Atrocious, nefarious, dastardly, mean-spirited, and ugly.
Pastors with the Interdenominational Ministerial Alliance say they're pleased with the swiftness of IMPD's response.
To the credit of this chief, they were forthcoming and they did not need to be put in a hammerlock to do that.
Chief Taylor says the FBI and U.S. Attorney's Office have also been notified.
You're done.
Now, in response, the Indianapolis FOP issued a statement saying that they're troubled by what they saw in the video. And they went on to say, quote, "We welcome a full and forthright review of the related facts involved. While the camera's perspective is only one of many, it is an important perspective."
Again, I want to say kudos to Chief Taylor of the Indianapolis Metropolitan Police Department. He brought this out to the light for everyone to see. And that tells me that this chief is trying to keep his department clean. So I wish him all the success in the world. As for the other officers who were there who failed to report Huxley, they're now under investigation as well. And all of their past cases are going to be reviewed just to make sure that this didn't happen before in the past and it slid under the rug. It's always a pleasure to bring We the People University viewers information like this. Hopefully we can continue to bring this type of information because it's always good to see when officers are held accountable. We all should be held accountable for our actions. Really quickly, for those of you who are still asking why did I leave the police department, take a look at this video. It's going to explain everything. Remember, know your rights. Down below I have an ebook. Download it. It's going to help you to know your rights and know what to do when you encounter the police. You can also click on the link above my head. And if you're really serious about learning your rights, register for my online video course full of video lessons, real life video examples, quizzes to make sure that you retain the information. It also comes with a pocket guide with the Constitution, all the do's and don'ts when dealing with the police, case law. You have everything that you need right in your pocket so you know what to do when you encounter the police. The link is also in the description below. With that being said, We the People University, signing off.